Hey, what's up guys? I'm Skip and you're watching HighVoltsGaming. On today's episode, we're going to be playing some BeamNG.drive. We're going back to the garage for another build video. Alright, so every time I do one of these videos, I always ask you guys what you want to see in the next upcoming Back to the Garage video. And we have a really overwhelming response last video to build a sort of a race or a drag Burnside build, right? Let's go ahead and read a couple of comments here before we get started. Mazda787B says, race a build with the Burnside. Probably Hitler says it would be cool to do a sleeper build with the Barstow or the Burnside. Let's see who else we have here. Delora Knight says, can you do this again, but do a drag roamer or some other large vehicle? So we sure are going to do a large vehicle today, brother. And let's see here. Is there anybody else that wanted a drag build? Lindsay Sticardio. Sorry if I just murdered your name, but he said he or she said you should do some drag builds. So that's exactly what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to do this drag Burnside. And so definitely let me know what you want to see in any upcoming episodes of Back to the Garage, just like they did, so to sort of figure out what we're going to do on our next build, right? So as you can see here, we're starting off in the garage and we have a completely new menu here. This is new for the new update. We just got to the game, BeamNG here, just got updated, and they gave us this new garage sort of menu. Now, it doesn't seem like it really works that well yet, right? I've actually tried to do this video a couple times the other day and was actually not able to get through it. It kept like freezing up, or just weird stuff kept happening with the menu where I wasn't actually able to, continue with the build. So we're going to try this again today. We're going to sort of talk about this new garage, but I'm not going to try to spend a lot of time on it, right? So let's go ahead and pick out our frame here. Now, the best bet is to use the actual Xbox One controller or your controller to actually navigate through these menus. But like I said, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. If we can't get it to here, I might just spawn it into a regular map and actually just do it on the old school menu that we had before, our old school vehicle config menu, because that's still the same when you're actually in game playing in one of the maps, right? So anyway, we're going to go ahead and put on the hardtop coupe body here, give us a two-door, little lighter weight vehicle. Very nice. Now this is where these menus get kind of crazy when you're actually going back and forth and going through these mod menus here, or these different menus. It just seems really crazy. So if this video is really cut up or it's missing chunks or something, I don't know what happened. And we're just going to roll with it today, and we're going to see what we can do. We don't need to do anything else with the body, I don't think. That looks pretty good. I mean, just a good old Burnside. Looks awesome. We're really going to focus on what this thing can do versus on, what it looks like, right? So with that being said, we're going to go right on up to our big block 423 cubic inch V8 engine. And there we go. It's on it now. It definitely seems like it sort of takes... See now, okay, there we go. It definitely seems like it takes longer to actually install the part than it did before as well. You see, I just clicked it there, and we're, good 5 or 6 seconds there. It seemed like before it actually put the part on the car. It definitely, was like that before, but didn't seem as bad anyway, right? Now let's go ahead and throw on our drag transmission. We're going to need that for today's video. Now, one thing that we did get in this update was that drag transmission as well as the race suspension. So we're going to actually be able to put on the race suspension parts here and be able to tune our suspension, where before we weren't actually able to do that with the Burnside, right? We didn't have those race parts. So now we have installed our semi front race brakes there, race front shocks. We're going to need those. Like I said, we're going to dial this thing in with that race suspension. Race front springs, there we go. Alright, come on, there we go. Front sway bar, we're going to take that sway bar right on off of there. You do not need that on a drag car. We're definitely not going to be trying to take any turns with this bad boy. Steering. We have a drift steering box. This is definitely a modded steering right here. Quick ratio steering box. I don't think we really need any of that, right? With the drag build here. Get out of this menu, please. Now this is the problem I was having before. We're just stuck at steering box. It's not letting me go out or actually go back to the next level of the parts or whatever. So that's really weird. All right, frame, there we go. Front suspension, radiator support. We're definitely going to want a high performance drag radiator in there. Come on, radiator, get installed. See, this is okay. See, it did let me go back that time. It's really weird. This menu setup here. Like I said, it's definitely going to take some getting used to before these back to the garage build videos get a little bit more fluent, right? So drag rear race drums. Why would you want drag rear brake drums? I'm going to take the rear drums off of it completely. How about that? How about we save some weight back there? Rear differential. Definitely going to want to run that race or limited slip rear differential. I'm not sure if that's going to allow us to tune the gear ratio or not. We'll have to look at that when we get into our tuning section here. So we have to put our race shocks on here as well, which, oh, there they are. Race rear shocks. Race rear springs. Actually, here we go. Drag race rear springs. So they didn't actually give us a race rear springs. They just gave us the drag race rear leaf springs. So that works out. Go ahead and see what else we need here. Come on, menu. This is driving me crazy. Hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. Go ahead and throw our drag wheels on here. Come on, you can't hold down the button either to scroll through these menus. You have to click it each time. Let's go ahead and throw those 14 wide drag tires on there. Definitely a big old, the biggest set of drag tires we have on there, the 14-inch wides, like I said, so we're going to definitely run in those. Go ahead and get back to the front suspension. We didn't actually set our tires up here. Front wheels. Now the front wheels, we could just go with those normal, sort of classic hot rod style wheels, just like is in the back right now, which you can't see. But I think we're going to go ahead and go on down and pick like a nice ETK wheel. So we have the different wheel mod loaded in here, which allows us to put all the wheels in all the different vehicles basically. And then I have some other ones in here like the B Racing B5 wheels, which is another mod pack. We have just mad number of mods here actually available for this thing. Ooh, those actually look pretty cool. Come on, what? Front wheels, thank you very much. I'm gonna scroll all the way back down here. Let's pick a, I'm not in love with those wheels, so let's see if we can find something a little bit better. Come on. This menu's driving me crazy, guys. Definitely let me know what you think about this new menu down in the comment section below. Like I said, if it's kind of becomes too much of a pain in the butt, we might actually just end up just going to a regular map and just using that old school sort of layout, the old school vehicle config menu that we still have over there, right? Let's go ahead and see how these look on the front of this thing. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's kind of a sort of a street rod style wheel. I think we're going to run that because I don't feel like going through that whole list again. It's absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, so that I believe. Let's get out of this menu. Can I see my car or just the steering rack there? What in the world's going on? Let's go ahead and switch up our menus here. There we go. So this is how the sort of the new menus work out. You have this one up here that allows you to pick the car that you want. Then you of course have your parts config, which we've been messing around with. Then we have our tuning menu over here, which they've sort of broke it up into alignment, differentials, suspension, and tires. And then we actually have a legitimate paint booth here, a way to paint our cars that actually works. Before it totally didn't work. If you picked a color, just put some random weird color and sort of mix the two colors together or something. I don't really know what was going on, but now we actually have the ability to pick our colors. So I guess we could, and also they have the main body color here that you can do, or you can change the the top there, or you have one more thing which I believe does like the roll cage and the trim and stuff like that on the different vehicles that do have those sort of features. I didn't see the roll cage option available for this car, so I'm not really sure if that was actually available or not, but we're going to mess with that here in a little bit, or we're not going to worry about that right now anyway. Which one of these? I wanted the teal. Where's that teal color at? There we go, turquoise. Turquoise and white is going to be a really nice look for this old school hot rod drag car here. It's even taken forever for it to just paint the car. Am I? Nope, I'm just sitting here. That was me. All right, let's go ahead and put a pearl white top on it. Looks absolutely awesome. Nice little street custom there, right? Maybe a nice, what do they call it? Street rod. Nice street rod that somebody sort of took to the drag strip, bolted on a big set of drag slicks, and ready to go out and have some fun, right? Let's go ahead and get this thing tuned up. Do we need to mess with our track width at all? Tires actually look pretty good. The track width is how far out the tires will actually sit. We'll actually bring that front out a little bit here. See how that looks. What do I have to save it now, I guess? And that should have brought our front tire out just a little bit, right out there to the edge of the fender a little bit better, sort of matching up that rear tire. Just looks a little bit nicer. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Alignment. We're not going to do too much with the front alignment here. Differentials. Rear limited slip preload. We want that all the way up. We want as much force as possible going in that before it actually starts slipping. Reverse locking. Wait a minute. LSD preload. What the heck does that even mean? I have no idea. We're going to lock this thing up. Let's just turn it all the way up. That's got to be probably what we need here. Now here we have our final drive gear ratio. Let's go ahead and bring that down. Let's go ahead and throw like some 411s in this thing and see how it does. Or maybe 416s. That'll work. Alright, let's get into our suspension tuning here. Now, I'm not a great suspension tuner. I know that the front end needs to be a little looser. I believe on the rebound dampening, if this is not right, we'll change it up once we get into the thing, once we get into the game. But on a drag car, you basically want the front end to be able to lift and the back end to sort of hold that weight and to sort of pivot on the back tires, allowing it to come up and do a wheelie, right? That's for a wheelie anyway. If you wanted it to not do a wheelie, you'd probably want the rear end to squat down more. Like I said, I'm not an excellent tuner here. I'm not going to really spend a lot of time on this sort of section, but we might go back in here and revisit this a little bit more to sort of tune it up a little bit better, right? Front and rear tire pressure. Let's go ahead and bring our tire pressure down to about 11 pounds or so. Front should be fine there. Alright, so I think that's going to pretty much do it for our drag Burnside build today. You guys definitely let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'm really digging on that turquoise and white paint job. Looks really cool. That coupe body with that two-door body looks really awesome. Let's go ahead and save this thing. What is this? We have a camera mode in here now as well. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Now right here we can actually save the vehicles, but if we do that, let me see here. Dragster. Let's just call this the Dragster because I already have a couple drag configs. Let's go ahead and save that. But once we save it here, it doesn't seem like it actually does anything. If we go back to the garage, we actually have this new menu over here, which says My Cars, which should be anything that I've saved comes up here. I've tried this several times. Nothing's happening so far. So it's another bug that they got to work out of that new update or whatever. But anyway, we have right here, set as default vehicle. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Let's exit the garage. We're going to go ahead and jump on over to the, the Jungle Rock Island? Yeah, Jungle Rock Island. They have a drag strip over there. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Or I guess it's not so much of a drag strip as it is a airplane runway, right? It's a hangar and a runway over here. We're going to use it as a drag strip. We're going to see what this thing can do. All right, guys, so we finally made it over here to the Jungle Rock Island airstrip. This is our drag Burnside here now. Right over here to the side, it's actually the vehicle that I built the other day that I sort of did a teaser with last week in one of those videos. That one has a lot better tuning on the suspension, right? I don't know what I really did. Like I said, I'm not a great tuner. I just sort of put something on there. That one to the far side works a lot better than this one that we just built right now. But let's go ahead and test this thing out. Let's do a couple launches here. Definitely get those tires up off the ground. You can see this one is still spinning the tires. We are smoking the tires all the way up to the scene of the crash, right? We're doing like 140 miles an hour and still spinning the tires. Let's go ahead and see if we can do a little burnout here. No, we can't do a burnout. Of course we can't do a burnout. Come on. Not with those big, huge drag slicks in there anyway. Let's go ahead and see if we can keep this thing under control. As you can see there, it just smokes the heck out of the tires. So tuning is really, really important here. Let's go ahead and do another pull. So just smoking them, still spinning tires, 130, 140 miles an hour. This thing's absolutely crazy. Like I said, that other one over there works a lot better. So let's go ahead and switch on over to it. Go ahead and pull it out here to the middle. See what kind of wheelie this thing can do. Yeah, you can see there, way better wheelie. We're still spinning. We're spinning like crazy, just like the other one that time. Normally this one doesn't spin all the way down the track. Let's go ahead and try that one more time here. Definitely let me know if you guys would like to see these drag Burnsides maybe put to the test against the stock game drag Burnside, right? Something like that. Definitely let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this build video. Like I said, definitely let me know what you want to see in an upcoming episode. I'm actually being an absolute horrible driver today. We're just wrecking these things left and right. But that's okay, because this thing is absolutely epic. I love this car, just like most of these Back to the Garage build videos. Just like mostly everything here on BeamNG. This is probably one of my favorite games over here on the PC. Absolutely love some BeamNG.drive. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. I'm Skip, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.